With the arrival of the new version, Varka's complete kit now officially revealed, and the 6.4 banners finally locked in, it's time to go over everything in detail, starting with the banner lineup itself. Version 6.4 will mark Varka's long-awaited debut as a brand new character, alongside reruns for Skirk, Escoffier, and Flynn's. If we take a look at the upcoming Abyss Blessing and the two that follow it, which grant Animo damage bonuses and Cryo normal attack damage, it would make sense for Flynn's and Varka to appear in Phase 1, with Escoffier and Skirk taking Phase 2. However, we've seen plenty of times before that Abyss buffs don't always line up with banner phases, so it wouldn't be surprising at all if Hoyoverse goes with a completely different arrangement. One of the most unexpected things here is that Hoyoverse seems to be breaking the usual Archon rerun pattern. There is no Archon rerun scheduled for version 6.4, neither Mavwika nor Raiden. As for Mavwika, current expectations place her rerun opposite Nicole's banner. Hoyoverse has a clear habit of positioning characters with strong synergy across different phases, and this pairing makes a lot of sense, especially since both are pyro units and Nicole is currently leaked to be a stronger alternative to Bennett. That kind of kit would naturally pair extremely well with Mavwika. For players who have been waiting on Skirk and Escoffier, this patch is a big win, since both are finally expected to rerun, most likely within the same version. That said, the exact banner structure may ultimately depend on whether Varka ends up as a standard banner character. Based on his current damage values, that possibility still hasn't been completely ruled out. They literally gave him dual weapons, which makes it very hard to imagine him being standard. But if that does happen, it wouldn't be shocking to see Skirk and Flynn's pushed to the second half, with Escoffier placed in the first. That setup would actually make sense, considering Escoffier is one of the highest value units in the game right now, especially since many players already own Skirk but missed her banner. There's no new map expansion in 6.4. Looking ahead to version 6.5, Mavwika is very likely getting her rerun here, and we're also expected to see the debut of Linnea as a new 5-star character. While nothing is fully confirmed yet, current leaks describe her as a lunar character. She's said to be a pink-haired life sciences advisor for the Adventurers Guild, with a strong dislike for robots. And that's where the speculation really starts to get interesting. Alongside Mavwika and Linnea, we can also reasonably expect reruns for characters like Citlali and another Natlan DPS. These units are long overdue, especially Kinich, who had an unusually early rerun. By the time version 6.5 arrives, it will be close to a full year since his last banner, which makes a rerun feel very likely. Moving on to version 6.6, this is where things really begin to heat up. This patch is expected to take us back to both Mondstadt and Inazuma, with the main storyline continuing in those regions. In version 6.6, we're anticipating the release of Nicole and Lohan, along with a rerun for Raiden Shogun. The timing lines up perfectly, since a major Inazuma-themed event is also expected around this period. Now let's talk more about Nicole. As mentioned earlier, she's shaping up to be an extremely powerful pyro support, with leaks suggesting she could outperform Bennett in nearly every important aspect, but we've heard that before. As for Lohan, he was originally thought to be entirely tied to Mondstadt, especially since he was introduced as the vice captain of the Knights of Favonius. However, newer leaks suggest he has deeper connections to Inazuma as well. When it comes to reruns in version 6.6, Duran is widely expected to return. This would make perfect sense, since both Nicole and Lohan have strong narrative ties to Mondstadt. On top of that, Nicole is expected to synergize extremely well with Duran. Finally, looking ahead to version 6.7, this is expected to be the next major turning point. We could see reruns for characters like Columbina, Nefer, and possibly even Lauma. Most importantly, this is when Sandrone is finally expected to make her banner debut. She's currently speculated to be an Electro DPS with a heavy focus on superconduct, which could revive the reaction entirely and make it relevant again in endgame content. That said, much of this information is still speculative and very little is fully confirmed. This breakdown is mainly meant to give you a broad overview of what could be coming next, since so many of you have been asking for it. Thanks for watching and subscribe to never lose your 50-50 to Chi-Chi.